and fire is life. With fire, we can keep warm, we can cook food, we can boil water, all of these things. And so fire is incredibly important, not only for the preservation of life, but also for the enjoyment of life. Builds morale, and is a roaring fire is a joyful thing. We learned how to make a fire, and the importance of bringing together several different pieces, from the very small, fluffy, tender pieces that are used to catch a spark. Things like bark that has been totally disintegrated into tiny pieces, or cloth, char cloth, pieces of char, anything that will catch and hold a spark that can be fanned into flame. And then how that you don't then just dump a pile of wood on top of that, you will put out the fire. Instead, you have to work in stages and nurse that spark and that flame and into a fire as you slowly add the bigger elements. And so we had our tinder. We did that in these nests that we made out of cedar bark, and so it's something we had to fashion with our own hands. And then the first time we did it with a Ferro rod, having to actually create that spark and try to get it in the nest and on the tinder, and then add our fire lay on top of that with the increasingly bigger pieces of wood until we had a fire. And then after we had done that, and that was difficult enough, then Matt brought out the bow drills, and I was intimidated by the bow drill. Quite honestly, I have tried it a couple of other times in my life and have never succeeded. But the kind of coaching and encouragement that Matt and Josiah were giving us out here, the patience that they had with us, enabled me to actually succeed. And they set us up for success. They coached us to success. And both times, with the ferro rod and with the bow drill, catching that spark, or producing that ember, and breathing into those nests, those tinder nests, and watching those burst into flame, I think is one of my favorite memories from being out here this week, and something that I'll carry with me. It was a very rewarding moment. This is a great place to come and either sharpen those skills or begin to create those skills. From a spiritual standpoint, the kind of spiritual renewal and refreshing that's able to go on in this environment is even more important than learning these basic survival skills. We do what we plan to do, and so do whatever it takes to make a plan to get out here with Matt on one of these trips, and Scout is a great place to start.
It's why we're here.